Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be doing everything we need to do in order to get creative flight from Botania. So, I hope you guys are ready. So, as you can see, things are getting a bit crazy with this spawner, and I haven't even really upgraded it since, other than adding more platforms after killing a few more phantoms. This thing is going incredibly fast, way too fast for our experience thing to pick up. So fast, in fact, that I had to make an experience charm. Absolutely ridiculous, the sheer amount of experience that is coming out of this thing. And I need a way to turn this thing off other than just breaking it. Right now, I am literally just going to be breaking this spawner and then collecting it down below. That's the only thing that I can see that is reasonable at the moment. We need our silk touch. I'm just going to break this thing after, of course, we have a couple escape. Oh gosh. Good, please. Right. So break this. There we go. And then I guess just allow the rest of them to do their thing down here. Like, there's so much experience. Like, we need a way to prevent them from falling down here. They can spawn and whatever, which I don't know if spawning is even a good thing. We can retract certain things from the spawner, but I still wanted it to, maybe we should have allowed it to only work at nighttime. Then I could have controlled it a bit more. So yeah, as you can see, it's just ridiculous. So I'm going to shut it off for right now just by breaking it. And then we'll come back to this. But we got to do more things today. Things other than just this. I wanted to actually get closer to fighting the boss, the Gaia Guardian. Now, the Gaia Guardian should be pretty easy. By the way, I wanted to see how much damage I take from projectiles. Doesn't seem like much. Half a heart? I don't even have full armor on. I ended up re-enchanting these because I didn't like what I had on it. And I ended up getting projectile protection 8. Yeah, that's a thing. So now that we have projectile protection, I guess I take half a heart from projectiles, even though you'd think I'd take none. So I'm still pushing the mana out because we are going to need a piece of terror still for our new project that we're about to work on. And I'm also going to need some Gaia pylons. So we're going to need these little pink pylons. These are going to require pixie dust and mana pylons. So if we take a look, we're going to need 4 of them. And 4 of them are going to require some elementium, some pixie dust, and of course mana diamonds and mana steel. So when it comes to diamonds, we're going to need 4, right? Because we're doing that. And the pixie dust is ender pearls. So those are mana pearls, and we're going to need quite a few of them, right? Let's see, pylon, 1 pixie. Okay, so 1 mana pearl equals 1. So if we need 4, we're going to need 8 ender pearls for this. So 8 mana pearls, and then we're going to need some iron. I'm going to say we're going to need 32 because we're going to have to convert those anyways. All right, so we'll get everything made. This all needs to be converted. I don't know where everything else. Oh, there's all my rest of my iron. That needs to be converted, and those need to be converted. And then half of these I'm going to throw in here. That should give me enough. 8, I think, is the right amount. What are you doing? And then we need all of the mana pearls to go in here to give us pixie dust. Nice. Awesome. Okay. So that should be just about everything. So the pylons themselves also need a... they're going to need themselves a beacon, but we bought that beacon a few episodes ago. So that's kind of nice that we had the ability to buy the beacon. Let's see, we need 3 on that because we need 3 more. Perfect. And then this, I think that's going to be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect, 4. All right, so how do we want to set this up? Well, we're going to need a few iron blocks because you need to turn this into at least a tier 1, which you're going to need 9 iron blocks, a beacon, right? And then we're also going to need to set up the pylons. Now, I'm pretty sure the book still shows us how to do it. take a look at our book. I don't know if it's going to show that. Botania, is that not even in here? I might not even have the book. It's right here. It's in my opposite storage. Okay, so we're going to take this book, and I want to see if under Alphamancy, if we have the Ritual of Gaia, if it shows it right here. So visualize. So yeah, we can actually walk over here where we want it and place it down. I'm actually going to place it one down like this. So it is placed in, and we can kind of see where we need to place things. It'll be a little difficult since we do have blocks here. I'm going to make sure the area is clear. I do want it recessed in the ground like this, though. So it should go just like this. Perfect. Beacon right in the center. And then you're going to need some kind of block here. Oh, it's telling us the percent of the structure completed so far. So we need to finish this. You do need a pretty large open area, by the way, as well. And then on top of those, I'm going to place the pylons. Voila. And structure complete. Awesome. So now that the structure is complete, this is all we need to do is right click it with a piece of Terra still, and it will start the ritual. But there's a lot of stuff that we need to do before we fight this boss, because this guy will totally wreck us if we're not ready. So there's a couple of flowers that we can make that will actually help us a lot. And we're going to need to set them right on the border of the field here. I don't think there's a good way anymore to show how large the area is. There used to be like a particle field that would show you, but I think I'm gonna have to do some counting and figure it out. So we're gonna end up needing 3 flowers. These are the main things. These are what I was talking about, and they need to be about 8 blocks away, all of them in each direction from the center point. As you can see, I've already marked off the hole here. But the flowers that we're gonna need to make are still gonna require a little bit of the runic altar going on, because we're going to need a Giulia, and we're going to need a Bellthorn and a Fallen Canade. So we're going to need all of these things. And the Rune of Springs, the good thing about runes is if you use them in a runic altar, they don't actually get consumed. So we can actually make a bunch of runes of spring as long as we have wheat and saplings. So we're going to need water and fire. We already have those. So we have a water and fire. I might as well grab the other one that I need as well, which is for the Giulia. I'm saying that right. I'm probably saying it wrong. So we need water and air. So A-I-R, air. Perfect. All right. So wheat. We'll make this, and saplings. Doesn't really matter on the saplings as long as we're doing 3, 1. Now we need a few Bellthorns, and we're going to need only 1 Giulia and 1 Fallen Canade. So we only need a few of those. Some people would call that Canade, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced something different. So 1, 2, 3 piece of wheat, this and this, and that will start that process. And of course, it's the same. We are going to need living rock for all of this. And then that's going to complete the process. So I'm going to go ahead and get all these flowers made. The rest of them are just placing them in a Pebble Apothecary, including the runes. And you're still going to need a seed to get these to work. The root right here is just a piece of grass that you can get with shearing and a redstone, and throw that together, and that'll get you the root. And this is pretty much the exact same. It's just the different color petals. So once you have everything ready to go, I can show you where we need to place these things. So our Bellthorn and this guy all need to go in specific places. Now, this is courtesy of this build or this setup. I've only seen one other person do this. And it's courtesy of Mischief of Mice. You can find his channel. I usually have it linked in my my suggested channels. He's a friend of mine, and this is where I found this thing a long time ago, and this is his setup as far as I know. But it's always worked so well, and it's never really given me any problems. Like if I'm doing this thing in vanilla, all I need is this armor fully on, and just to stand here and take it. This Fallen Canade is literally going to do it. Pretty much do the whole thing for you. Now let me talk about this. This is going to give you regeneration 2, which is going to be just more than enough to get you by. Regeneration 2 is really fast. Your Bellthorns are going to kill mobs in a radius, and I'm going to show you kind of where we need to place these. I'm going to place them here on the sides of these blocks. And I'm going to place one here as well. And then what this one is going to do, this Julia, is actually going to prevent mobs from touching us, right? So I'm gonna break these real quick because I need to place a mana pool down for these to link to it. So let's go ahead and place a mana pool. We can place a mana pool right here. And then right here is going to be our Fallen Candide, and this is going to link. You can see it's linked there. And this is the block where we're going to stand. We're going to stand right here, and this is going to do all the work. And then behind us is going to be a Julia. This is going to create a bubble around us where it's going to basically keep mobs from messing with us. Because when this thing goes into stage 2, that's when it starts summoning mobs, and we want those to be automatically killed. And that's where the Bellthorns come in handy. I'm going to place the Bellthorns down. These are going to create a ring that will automatically kill mobs. And these should also be linked. As you can see, they all have a check mark. This one is not linked. I might actually need to move that one. It's just slightly out of range. Is that going to put it in range? That is out of range. So maybe we'll move these down and put the block here. Is that in range? That one's not. Those are though. Okay, we'll move these down. Right here? That's good. Okay, same is going to go for this side. We're going to kind of move this down a little bit. I'm going to place these in probably what would be considered a weird placement. But it should work. Should get the job done. Really, these basically have a radius around them of a working area. So we need to maintain that. They look off-centered, but they are definitely centered. And working. There we go. I'll move this one out too. Just to make the area a little bit bigger. Alright. So basically when this guy spawns, he's most likely going to spawn it over here, or even if it spawns above your head, it'll push the mobs out, and they'll be basically pushed over here. And the only thing they could get to you is projectiles, but, I mean, we have this. I'm probably going to carry a shield with me as well, and we should be able to he should be able to go. All I got to do is give this thing some mana. We could do that right now. Just give it a tiny bit of mana and hurry up and pull it out. And you can already see I have regeneration 3. Oh no, it gives me regeneration 3. Crazy. And we also have fire resistance. So this thing gives you regeneration 3, which is unbelievable. This thing pushes things away, and we are just about ready to rock and roll with this thing. All we need is Terra Steel, and we are about to fight a boss. I also recommend having some food on you, and pretty much just clearing your inventory for the most part. You will need a mana tablet, and yeah, we should be just about ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and charge this back up with some blaze rods. We have way too many. Get this all charged. Actually, we could probably use blaze powder. Probably be more efficient, wouldn't it? To use blaze powder on this. And yeah, we're going to get this thing ready to go, and we're going to fight a boss, and hopefully by the end of this, get ourselves some creative flight. That is the whole reason we're fighting this boss. Oh yeah. So I found out blaze powder does not work. It does not work at all as a fuel. So you can only use blaze rods as a fuel, unfortunately. So sadly, that is the case. I'm going to go ahead and get everything back up. But we can go ahead and make our Terra Steel. Voila, we do have enough for that. And it's going to leave us with a little bit of a mana pool there, just a tiny bit. But let's go ahead and throw everything down here that we need. And I mean, we're just about ready to fight this bad boy. I am really looking forward to this because I don't know how many it's going to take. I think fighting him once gives you enough to make a Flügel Tiara. I'm pretty sure. And once you have the Flügel Tiara, you have creative flight. It is duration based, so you can't fly forever. But you do, at that point, you do not take fall damage anymore. So you are completely safe after that. I also did enchant this, so it has leeching, sharpness for soulbound, and disjunction, which I don't know what disjunction does. Increases damage versus Endermans and the dragon. That could have been useful earlier. But anyways, all of this is good and well, but we don't need a jetpack because we can't fly in here. So you can automatically toss that out. We have pretty much full gear. We're pretty much ready to go at this point. Everything is looking mighty fine. We shouldn't have to worry about too much. I want my blade next to my food. We don't really need any potion effects. This is just something we can keep on us. Not a big deal. And then we probably don't want our bags on us. I probably don't want my wireless grid on me either. I'll leave it on. Not a big deal. But I think we're just about ready to fight this guy. We can even throw the jetpack in here. We do need our mana tablet, though. I'm probably going to try and fill that up. That's still dropping. It is. There we go. All right. I'm going to try and drain the rest of this mana pool. Let's make sure it is reversed. I want to collect as much of this as possible because we need to have some mana on us, and we also need to fill that mana pool over there because that mana pool will drain quickly. Regeneration 3 is not a cheap thing to have on. You can see it's been draining this whole time. It's also powering these other plants as well. Let's toss that in there. We'll let that build up. We definitely want it to last the full duration of the fight. You also want it to be daytime, because the mobs that spawn, you want them to take fire damage. So that'll also help kill them as well, along with these bellthorns. Oh man, we are just about ready to fight this guy. And we're mostly going to be doing it with the mana bursts here. So that should be enough. Head back over here. I want to collect the rest. This will be for our own personal use. And it's draining, and we are ready to fight, guys. By the way, I could have turned this, by the way, into a mana ring. I just hadn't done it yet. All right, so the only thing left to do, we could give ourselves speed, but it's not really important. All we got to do now is smack this thing, shift right click, and we're ready to go. I hope this works. I really do. We just need to stand here and try our best to stay here. And just keep doing this. Oh, wait, he just broke our bellthorns. Uh-oh. That could be an issue. He just broke our bellthorns. So here's where that regeneration. We got to make sure this doesn't get broken. Yeah, if he teleports over here, that's not good. Make sure. I think it's fine as long as it's in the ground like that. Oh, and we died. Oh man, is that gonna mean? Yeah, it completely cancels everything out whenever you get teleported out. So, if it breaks our bellthorns, which is not good, and everything else like that happened, something has changed. Something has definitely changed. And us taking Wither effect like we were was really messing things up. So I'm kind of curious if I'm able to place these down one block. They should still affect an area, I think. Or you know what? I might need to make the floating versions of them. That's got me really wondering why it was able to break these things. I mean, I want these to work. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's not going to work there, is it? It's not dirt. So there. Oh, actually, one more over. There. There. And there. We're also going to have to make another piece of Terra Steel, which isn't going to take too long. We're able to produce quite a bit of mana fairly quickly. But I'm kind of sad. We died very quickly. I know we weren't moving around and we don't have the best armor, but this armor is, you know, pretty decent. And we still didn't make it. So I'm going to do some rethinking. I'm going to figure this out. Do a little bit more rethinking. This should keep us pretty much alive, but it didn't. So the wither effect is definitely affecting us, and I don't know if there's anything that can help us with that. There is one thing that might help us auto eat, and this has an auto feed feature. We should have enough rock candy to make this thing, and we also now have dragon's breath, so it should be something that we can do. Let's see. We can make an everlasting gobstopper. We take rock candy. We throw it in our inventory. And then we shift right click this thing. And is active true? It should automatically charge. Unless it only uses hardened rock candy charge. I have no idea what the charge would be other than rock candy. That should be automatically picking things up. But it's not. And then auto feed is enabled, so it should auto feed us, but it's not. Oh, I was really hoping this would work. And for some reason it's not charging it. Maybe we have to manually charge it? No, it doesn't seem to. It says the everlasting gobstopper is a nifty item that will store sugar into it and can be eaten. It auto feed function. Sugar. It stores sugar. Okay. I was hoping the rock candy can be converted, but that might mean, we could just utilize all of this sugar and it would auto feed us. Now, I don't know how well that works, but if it works decent enough, we'll always have saturation, which means we shouldn't take as many hearts of damage because the hearts should be constantly regenerating. That should be the case. I hope. So with that added to us, we should do a lot better. We just have to try again. So I'm gonna wait for myself to be able to get another tear still, and I'll be back. So moment of truth. Let's try this again. Oh boy. I'm hoping this works this time. Now this flower could still get broken. I just thought of that. And now we have auto feed. So we should be kind of good. All right, we're taking damage due to that wither effect. We need to stay right here. Make sure we have regeneration. I need to probably aim more at its feet. All right. This hurts. The wither effect is too strong. Oh, it's awful. Like the wither effect is way too strong. I don't think this setup is working anymore. It's not. This thing is fully working. We have regeneration 3 and we still can't withstand the hits from him. So it's the next day, we get to try it again. But, I mean, I added milk buckets this time. So hopefully, I'm almost wondering if I need to get rid of this, if it's like messing with my setup. These purple areas, by the way, are what give us wither effect. So if we can avoid being in an area that has the wither effect, like this, while it lasts, we should be able to maintain our regeneration. Okay, so the purple area is gone. The fairy still can get to me. Alright, we gotta get out of here before we get the wither effect. So we can kind of eyeball it. Okay, wither effect is gonna happen here. Get back in the regeneration area. We're gonna get the wither effect there. Okay, I'm kind of understanding it a bit more. We just need to stay out of the purple areas. Because they will hurt. Now, the part that I'm concerned about is I'm wondering... Alright, purple area, big purple area there. Alright, purple area. Ah, we got it. We got the wither effect. Hurry. Alright, we're gonna get it again if we're not careful. And we're just using this to teleport. He's getting more aggressive, that's for sure. Whew! There he goes. Okay, so here's where we hope everything works. We need to hope this works. Keeps everything out. You're trying to kill as many mobs as possible. So we still have a slight another wave. Alright, this seems to be working this time. I hope we have enough mana. All right, we're on our last limb. We just need to make sure we don't get withered. Oh, I think we got it this time. We just need to be a little smarter with the way we do things. And oh, thank goodness we were able to defeat him. You had to use a little bit more strategy, because before you could just stand there and the wither effect wouldn't hurt you. You got to use a bit more strategy with this. For sure. And we ended up getting 8 Gaia spirits. Guys. That's... Poof. That battle, that boss battle, has always been my favorite boss battle. It's just ridiculous how good the boss battle actually is. And it doesn't even matter what gear you wear. It honestly doesn't. It doesn't matter what gear you wear, because... I mean, at least you have some decent gear. Because... It has a damage cap on it, like you can't do so much damage. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I love it so much for that. Alright, so now that we have a bit of mana and we have our Gaia spirits, let's take a look at the Flügel Tiara. So the Flügel Tiara is also one of my favorite types of flight. And all we need is Air of Ender, which we already have, and some Gaia spirits and some feathers. I don't know if I have enough feathers. That'll be something we'll have to look at. And this is really cool. So we'll make a Flügel Tiara, right? And if we throw it in our slot that can accept it, we can now fly, like creatively, right? And also, we have this dash function. But you see those feathers that are above my hotbar? Basically, that is my flight duration. So I can only fly as long as I have those things up. Which isn't a game changer. It isn't a thing for me. It doesn't really bother me too much. They regenerate pretty quickly, and it's not that big of a deal. Now, the cool part about these wings, let's get into that, because this is probably my favorite aspect of it. We can change what they look like. So right now we have a basic Flügel Tiara that is just plain Jane but we can change it. We can add quartz, different types of blocks to this. Elven quartz, there's black smoky quartz, and each one of these are going to create a different type of wing. So I'm going to gather all the stuff that is needed. I think I should be able to get all of the stuff. I'm going to gather all of the different quartzes that are required for changing the way this thing looks. And then I'm going to show you what each wing looks like. So I went ahead and got everything made here. We have sunny quartz. This requires a sunflower surrounded by quartz. This requires throwing quartz in an elven portal. This requires blaze powder surrounded by quartz. This requires a lilac flower surrounded by quartz. This requires redstone surrounded by quartz, a piece of coal surrounded by quartz, and mana. Just basically you throw this in a mana pool, or you throw quartz in a mana pool. So to get these to work, we just combine them right here. And we should be able to rotate them out. This is the flugel is what this will make. Actually, it might be broken. We might not be able to make any because no, we can. This one, the sunny one, is going to create the flugel variant, and the flugel variant is going to look like this. We're basically going to have a halo on our head, and we're going to have angel wings in the back. And this is really cool. It's one of my favorites, actually. So we can take this now, and that's with the sunny, apparently. Let's go ahead and try elven. This will give us the sylph. I can't remember the by the way, these all have references. Most of them are like anime references and things like that. So some of you guys may recognize where these wings come from. I know the last time I covered these wings, I had a lot of comments. Everyone like breaking down where each wing, or like what anime each wing was coming from. So yeah, this one's from Phoenix. We throw this on here. Of course, we have these lovely fiery wings. Really like these. And I'm just going to kind of, cover all of them. I really like the way these wings look. And this one is going to be the Snow Princess. These are big, giant butterfly wings. So there we go. And next but not least, this is the red quartz, which gives us Lord of the Pit, which gives us dragon wings. Very cool. And then next but not least, we have a smoky quartz, which is another one of my favorites. Well, this is actually just giving us flugel. It's not supposed to give us flugel. I think some of them might be broken because of how it goes in here. But you can kind of see, let's see, where's it at? Lord of the Pit. We have a Mega Ultra Chicken, which is one of them. I'm not seeing it. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to give you the one-winged angel. Just like this. I'm wondering, does it need to be specifically in a crafting table? No, it's just giving us this. Oh, can I craft it? I cannot craft the one-winged angel. It is what you think it is. It's a one-winged angel, which is you guys may know where that comes from. But that should work. Apparently it's not. And then the mana is going to give us flugel again. Unfortunately, the mana one I think is supposed to give us the Ice Princess, which is another wing, but as you can see, we can only see so many wings. I personally like the flugel, so I'm going to stick with that. It does seem like in this pack, it's probably not Botania related, it's probably just this pack related, that the wings, the quartz is just ore dictionary a certain way. And it's not allowing us to use the flugel in all different ways. But anyways, this is super awesome. We now have awesome flight, and we have this lovely dash feature, and we have sparkles now whenever we fly. This is the whole reason I wanted to go through Botania, was to get creative flight, because it's such a good way to be able to build. Like, you can build so much better when you have creative flight. And the jetpack is just not cutting it. But I almost wonder, what's the jetpack like with this on? Do we get super speed with our flight? Yes, we do. We get super speed. It still uses power, but we don't take fall damage, for one thing. Like, I can fall from this height, and we don't take fall damage. So pretty cool overall. Also, I forgot to mention, if you want to wear your armor with your jetpack, you don't get the effects of your armor, but you can have the looks of having it on. You click this little button over here and you can equip cosmetic stuff over top of your actual gear. Really cool. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned a lot. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a huge thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.